Good morning, guys. Quick update. A couple of things I wanted to show some people of, because there's lots of videos I've never seen, and there's lots of information I was looking for. So I'm trying to show some people how things go together. So to get your doors off, there's where the hinges go. This whole panel on the side actually comes off. There's a screw down here, two bolts in here. And then if you come inside the fender well, there's the 4 bolts there. But this bolt here goes to the fender little piece, and then that bolt there goes to the little fender piece. And then there's 2 inside the hood, right there and right there. Now if you take all of those off, then this little piece will come off, which is the little side piece. There. Now, I've seen a lot of them that have dents in that, and so this would be a real good way to get those off, to fix those dents. But you can see how that piece goes on there. So if you need to get your doors off, that just comes off that way, gives you access to everything. Okay, so here's the problem I'm dealing with now. Hinges were broke. Okay, now that doesn't look like something from a 69. That looks like something that was laying on the ocean for 100 years. So here's what you got to do. These hinges are in bad shape, so I was going to try to knock these pins out of there, but they are just literally growed in, and obviously trying to get that out will be a deal. So what I'm looking at is either I'm probably going to have to drill that out and remake a new pin and put in there to make the hinges work, or I may have to just replace that. They're very expensive when you can find them, unless you get a pull out. So I do have a donor truck, so I may take those out. I'm just trying to avoid using as many different parts as I can. Okay, so here's the window track. Driver's door window had a broken window, so I had to get that out. And I kept wondering, I couldn't figure out how to get this apart, you know, because usually there's some bolts or something on here that allows that window to come out. Now, something very useful, if you've never seen it before, on the back side of this window track, you have this little clip. Now that little clip is the only thing that holds the window to the window regulator. Now, easiest way to get the window regulator out is you've got this bar in here, and there's going to be 1 screw up there and 2 down here. Now this thing's pretty rusted up, so these are being a booger. They don't want to come out. I got that one up there out pretty good. Also, to get the lower hinge out, you can see it's broke off as well. There's where your pin would have went. There's a bolts here and here in the hinges. I was able to get all the bolts in the door undone up here, those 2. And down here you have 3 bolts in the lower. And I don't know if you can see it, but that one there has broken. And that one, well, these other 2, one of them come out, and I think this one has sheared off from the backside, and this one is growed in there. So I don't know. I've had it soaking. I'm gonna try to get on it again. I may have to go from the backside and just break that out. Hopefully I don't have to cut this section of the door out to get in there and fix that. So main goal is trying to get this door hung back on the truck. So I'm trying to get all the latches out and the handles out to get them soaking so I can work. They'll work real well. Once I get the windows going up and down and the doors all out, all the glass repaired, then the truck will be okay to sit outside, so it's not going to be getting rained in. But thought I'd give you an update. Oh, also, once I got the truck sit on the frame, I'm gonna have to move the axle line forward, I think about 6 inches. So that's going to be a booger. So what I'm going to have to do is, I was hoping to not have to do that, but I'm going to have to, when I build the front suspension, move that spring pocket and everything, hopefully forward 6 inches. But you can see how cut the frame there, and that actually worked out pretty good because it just fits in between the radiator support, core support fits in between the frame rails. Now I've got to come in here and build a motor mount and get that all dialed in, but it's put the frame at a pretty good location because that's on the cab and this is the sway bar end link. So let's put that at a really good location for where I want to go. And the bottom of the frame, the bottom of the cross member there, when it's all laid out, is going to be level with the bottom of the fenders. So that should make it lay out all the way onto these fenders. So here I have to cut this off, move it forward, because here's this motor mount here. So basically I'm going to attach this to that, bring it out here, and then make a modification piece to go in. Now the back